each and every lesson I do. They are posted on Schoology. Usually they're posted by about noon each day. Our new books are in. We will not be using these until not next week, but the week after. So starting the Monday the week after, it's purple, spiral bound. So go over to Bare Necessities, drop a $5 note. If you can't afford it, just let your counselor know. They'll give you a coupon. Take a coupon over, get the same book. No one knows. That's good. Sound all right? And everything else I think we can catch up with. All right. So we're graphing inequalities. So we practice. It was a newer concept because we put two inequalities on the same exact graph. Agree? So let's take a look at this very first one. We'll do this one in red. What's my y-intercept? -3. So 0, -3. Everyone agree with that? So I put that dot. What's my slope? 1/2. Yeah. So from this dot, I'm going to go up 1, right 2. Is it solid or dotted? Dotted. Why is it dotted? You're absolutely right. There's not an equal sign at the bottom. And because we're graphing inequalities, we're not real concerned on exactly where they cross each other. We just need to figure out where we need a shade. Agree? All right, second problem that's on the page. We'll do this one in green. This one is not set up to give us the y-intercept and the slope like the last one. Agree? So what's the other method we know to do? Cover. So 0, blank, blank, 0. Okay. So let's bring our shapes back. On a test. Yeah. And seeing if it's solid or dotted, making sure that you did graph it right. So if the line's supposed to look like this and you made it like that, you're going to miss a point. But oops. Color in there, blue. All right. So cover method. That big blue dot is an X or a Y value. That big blue dot's an X or a Y value. X. So I'm going to cover up our X. 4 times what number gives me 4? 1. So 0, 1. Agree? Okay, let's move this down. This 0 here that the blue dot's underneath is an X or a Y value. Y. Cover that up. 2 times what number gives me 4? 2. Okay. All right, friends. Solid or dotted? Solid because it has a little equal sign on the bottom, right? Oh, that didn't work. Oh, boy. Tell you can't have nice things in stirrups class anymore. I got to move this in place. Let's see. I need 0, 1. Okay, get away from that. All right. So you said solid, right? Now, I have to ask you, friends, does 0, 0 appear to be on the line, either of the lines? No. So is 0, 0 a pretty good point to use then? Yeah, so 0, 0 is right down here. Now that point is not necessarily part of the graph. It's just what we're going to use to test. So describe to me where 0, 0 is living in respect to the red line. Above? Sound good? Maybe above and left? We could say something like that. Where does this 0, 0 live with respect to the green line? Below it? Below it? Below it and maybe to the left as well? Something like that? I don't know. All right, so what am I going to do with that 0, 0? Yeah, I'm going to plug it in each. So I'll plug it in the top one. What's 1/2 times 0? So I just plugged it in here and here, right? So 0 minus 3 is -3. Is 0 less than -3? No, this is a false statement. So this one referred to which color line, the red or the green? The red. So I'm going to shade the opposite side of the red line. Okay? So I'm going to shade over here. So now, yeah, I'm not doing it as all fancy, but you could definitely do it that way. So that means that if I pick any, so opposite side. So you said that the 0, 0 lived above the red line. Now we want below it to exist. If I picked any ordered pair down here, any XY point, and plugged it into the red, it would give us a true statement. Okay? All right. So then I'm going to plug 0, 0 into this. I'll plug it in here and here. So I get 2 times 0 plus 4 times 0 is greater than or equal to 4. Does this just give me 0? Is 0 greater than 4? Yes or no?
Yeah.
0 is greater than 4?
Yeah, what's that?
Silly you. False statement. Hey, this one referred to what color line? The red or the green? The green. So right now 0, 0 lives below the green. So that gave me a false statement. So that means I want to shade the opposite side of the green. So I'm going to shade up here. Friends, is there a crisscross that took place up there? Yeah. See where these crisscross? So this means that this is where our solutions would live. So if I picked ordered pairs over here, so like, I don't know, like 10 comma 0, and I plugged it into both top and the bottom, it would give me a true statement. So that's what we're looking for. So if we had a test or a quiz, don't worry, there's nothing this week. I don't have anything on the calendar. This type of problem is worth 5 points. This is how I'm going to give you the 5 points. For line number 1, did you get it solid versus dotted correct? If so, there's 1 point. For line number 2, did you get the solid versus dotted correct? That's another point. For the first line, did you graph it correctly? That's the 3rd point. 4th point, did you graph the other equation correctly? 5th point, did you shade the right area? That's where your 5 points. That's exactly how I will grade it. I think it's important for you to know that I'm going to grade it that way because let's say you get to a problem and you're like, oh my gosh, I know it's a solid line, but I am having a hard time graphing it. So if you drew a solid line, you're getting 1 point, even though you might have made it totally wrong. And it's valuable to know how you could earn points, right? Hey, friends, can I go to the second problem? Okay. All right, second problem. I thought I wrote it. Here it is. All right, so we'll do this one in red. Friends, what does the y-intercept appear to be? 0, negative 1. What is our slope? 1/2. Slope 1, right 2. Solid or dotted, friends? Now, before I go any further, do you feel comfortable that 0, 0 is above this line? Does that make sense? So is 0, 0 seeming that it might be a good test point at this point? Yeah, we have to graph the other one to verify it. Okay. Hey, is this one set up that we know what the y-intercept is? Yeah, 0, 3. What's the slope? Negative 2. And you can put it over make it a fraction, so negative 2 over 1. That way it gives you a map to find the second point. So I'm going to go down 2, right 1. Solid or dotted, friends? Solid. Hey, friends, take a look at where 0, 0 is. 0, 0 is close. It looks close to one of the lines, but I still think I'm still pretty convinced that 0, 0 is in that region. Agree? So take the 0, 0. Let's plug them in. See how we do. Okay, I'm going to plug 0, 0 in here. So 0 is greater than 1/2 times 0 minus 1. What's 1/2 times 0? What's 0 minus 1? Negative 1. Hey, is 0 bigger than negative 1? So that's true. So this was for which color line, the red or the blue? The red. So it's true, correct? So I'm going to shade on the red the side of the line that 0, 0 resides in. Is that okay? In one of those regions, the blue is going to exist as well. All right, so I'm going to take 0, 0, plug it in. So I get 0 is greater than or equal to negative 2 times 0 plus 3. Negative 2 times 0 is? 0. 0 plus 3 is? Is 0 greater than 3? No, so that's false. This is for what color line, red or blue? Blue. So I'm going to shade the other side of the blue. So right now, 0, 0 is living on this side of the blue, agreed? So I'm going to shade this side of the blue. Friends, is there an overlap up there? Yeah, this is our, in this area up here, and you don't have to be an artist with this. I know some of you have some great artistic skills, but you can be sloppy like stirrup. But that's all it is. Okay? And I hope I was showing this in a way that is easier for you, or at least you can get a start with it. Okay? So, my friends, would you go back in your notes? I don't think I did these two problems yesterday. Agree? Okay, so those are on, I don't know if it's on the front or the back of the front page. First page. Where are these notes at? It's on the back of the first page. Is that right? Okay. Or if you're near the book, it's on page 218? Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. All right, let's take a look at this first one. Friends, y-intercept is what? 0, 1, good. Slope is? Negative 3 over 1. So from this dot, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, right 1. Solid or dotted, friends? Dotted. Ooh. Hey, I have a question for you. Gosh, 0, 0 is really close. I just can't quite tell. I mean, it's close. I think it's down below, but I might have to pick a different test point just because that's so close, and I'll show you how to do that in a sec. All right, the second problem is not set up to get the y-intercept and the slope. So how is this one set up to do? It is a cover method. Unfortunately, we might get a fraction. I think we can handle it, though. Okay. So this is an x value, agreed? So I'm going to cover up the x. 2 times what number gives me 8? 4. So 0, 4. It's right up here. Is that okay? All right, I think I can handle this. This is a y value. 6 times what number gives me 8? I don't know. Man, if you're doing that in your head, you're smart. I love you. Let's see. Hang on. So 6. That's hard for me to do in my head. So what I'm going to do is right over here, I'm going to say, this is what we're basically doing. So how would I solve that? How would I solve 6x equals 8? Divide by 6. Reduce the fraction, so that's 4/3. 4/3 is 1 1/3, right? I know we're not using mixed numbers, but we will in this case. So 1 1/3 is like here. Solid or dotted? Dotted? Uh-oh. What can you tell me about these lines right now? They don't cross. They're not looking like they're crossing. I might have made a mistake. They look like they might be parallel, but I'm not quite sure. But they look pretty doggone close. I think they might be parallel. So now, friends, if we go back to our other problems, we had 4 different regions. Agreed? One of the regions we shade. But if we have parallel lines, how many regions do we get now? 3. Yeah. I get on the right side of the green, I get on the left side of the orange, and I get the region in between in the green and the orange. Now, you remember in the beginning I said, I don't know if 0, 0 is going to work real well for us. Okay, because that orange line looks awfully close. So I'm pretty sloppy with my drawing, so I might want to make things safe. So I'm going to pick a test point way out here. I'm going to pick 10, 0. Now I'm picking 10 because it's easy to multiply a number by 10. Agreed? And then it's really easy to multiply a number by 0. So that might be a little bit better to choose. I could definitely say that 10, 0 is to the right of the green and it's to the right of the orange. Agreed? Okay. So let's take that. We know that's an x and a y value. So let's take it here. So my y value is 0. My x value is 10. Hey, is 0 less than negative 29? So that's false. You agree that's false? So this is for the orange line, yes? So this is false. So that means anything to the right of the orange line is incorrect. So I need to go to the other side of the orange line. So I'm going to go over here. Is that okay? All right, let's take that 10, 0 and plug it into this. So I'm going to get 6 times 10 plus 2 times 0 is less than 8. 60 plus 0 is less than 8. Hey, is 60 less than 8? No, that's false again. Okay, so this created a false again for the green. So that means I'm going to shade to the left of the green. All right? So if I shade to the left of the green, does my overlap happen in between or far to the left? Far to the left. So my solution lives over here on the left side of the orange. It doesn't live in between them. It lives on the far left side. So if I picked a point over on that very far left side, excuse me, I would get a true statement if I plugged it into my original inequalities. So sometimes that might happen. Okay? And it's okay. It's just a little thought process that we're learning. It's a little different problem. And I know some of you are like, sweet, Sturf's got a hard time grading mine because, man, I write so bad. Right? Some of you write really light. Some of you write big. Some of you draw me pictures, which is all fine. Doesn't always get you points, but makes me laugh. Hey, y-intercepted this one. Y-intercept is 0, 5. Cool. Slope, 1/2. Up 1, right 2. Solid or dotted? Dotted. No equal sign. Okay. 0, 0 is looking like this might be a good test point because 0, 0 is definitely below this blue line. Agree? Oops, red. Red. All right. What's my y-intercept of this red one? You can confirm. Y-intercept's what? 0, 2. Slope is what? Negative 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Solid or dotted? 0, 0 still going to work for us? Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable it's down there. All right, so 0, 0 again is here. We're looking for it to be true, true. So if I plug it in top, 0 is greater than 5, right? Because 1/2 times 0 is 0, 0 plus 5. Is 0 greater than 5? So that's false. So I'm going to shade the opposite side of the blue. Plug 0, 0 into this one. 0 is less than or equal to negative 3/4 times 0 is 0. 0 is less than 2. True or false? True. So I'm going to shade the side of the line that 0, 0 is on for the red, which is here. Is there a crisscross? Yeah, this is where our answer lives. Okay? Oh, I don't know. Is it? Oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Oh, boy. Yeah, 35. Man, I'm glad you guys know stuff. All right, so last problem I want to do. Oh, boy. Last problem I want to do. Oh, man. Okay. There's 3 equations here. Okay, so hang on. I think we can do this. If I do y equals a number, it's a horizontal line. Is that agreed? So I'm going to go to 3, up 1, 2, 3. It's a dotted horizontal line right here. Okay? Does that make sense? So if y equals is horizontal, what's x equals? This is a vertical line, not diagonal. Hey, you know, I like it. And this one's going to be a solid line. The reason it's solid is because we have the equal sign. Okay. Well, we have a third equation. What's my y-intercept of this? 0, negative 4. And my slope? 2 over 1. So I'm going to go up 2, right 1. Solid or dotted, friends? Dotted. Now, I want to say it's that little triangle that we're going to shade. I really do. But there's no guarantee. So I'm still going to use 0, 0. But realize when I use 0, 0, realize that's an x and a y value. So for the top one, I have to use the y 0. So is 0 less than 3? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this. So we're doing this. This is going to go along with this. So that means I 0 less than 3, that is true. Agreed? So we're talking about the red. So I'm going to shade all down here. You know, in about a year or two, everyone's going to have one of these fancy dancy things. Fancy dancy. All right, so that's the first one. The second one, we're going to use the x value. So 0 is greater than or equal to 2. Is that true or false? That's false. Okay, so let's pick another shaded. Okay, so do this one in the blue. That one will be in blue. So if it's false, that means I need to shade the opposite side of it. So notice I'm shading it in blue, but it turned to green. So if those were our only 2 equations that we're doing, it would need to be the green region. But we have one more to try. So I'm going to try 0, 0 here. So 0 is less than 2 times 0, which is 0. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. Is 0 less than negative 4? No. All right. Uh-oh. So we're in trouble here. It happens. All right, so we'll do this one in pink. All right. Less than negative 4. That means I'm shading the region to the right. So that dark purple region, friends, that dark purple region is our answer. Hey, for tonight, would you please do the 219 and do 3 through 6? Have a great day, friends.
Mr. Sherrill?
Yes, sir.